Welcome back, YouTube viewers. As I promised in the last video, we're going to take a look at trying to figure out what's going on with this tape machine's left spooling motor. There's a problem in this, I believe, in the left spooling motor, but we're going to look at all the information about it and see if we could figure out what's doing it. So first I'm going to show you what's going on, and let's try to figure out where to look at that point. So without further ado, let's get on with this video. All right, let's take a look at this spooling motor problem. So first thing, let's turn on the machine. Okay. Doesn't really matter. We're set at 15 IPS. And you'll notice we can hit play. And the machine will play perfectly fine. There will be no problems whatsoever. Stop. And I'll actually hit reverse play. And again, it functions perfectly fine. Tape plays beautifully. Now, here's where the problem occurs. I've already slowed up in the software. I've slowed up the wind speed, so it's not going to go full speed, but it will go into fast forward and rewind. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. And there it is. Okay, it just dropped out. Now, the reason I didn't go so fast is notice what happened to the tape. Okay. And I could bring it back up, but I can't get this to come back on again now. All right, I'll actually have to shut the machine off. And if we look down here, I don't know if you can see it, but it says error, spooling motor tacho left. Okay, so it's this motor that's dropped out right now. All right, and the only way I can get this to come back on, like you say, you notice it's really off at this point, is if I shut the machine off, count to 5, turn it back on again, everything will work again. And if I go into play here, back working perfectly again. Now, I believe I hit rewind that last time. I'm going to hit fast forward this time. It's interesting, it didn't drop out that time. Well, I didn't notice this before, but appears that the fast forward works. Rewind. Dropped out. All right, same error. Spooling motor tacho left. Let's just try that one more time. We're going to shut it off. Turn it back on. Well, as you're seeing, our error only appears to be in rewind. If I hit reverse play, I don't think it's going to occur at all. Okay, let's stop there. See what you think about this. All right, so the first thing I did here is, if you remember back in a previous video, I rebuilt these tacho cards. There's a tacho card right in here, okay? And I rebuilt that card, put in a new opto sensor, totally rebuilt the entire card. So I knew that card was good, but just in case, what I did is I took this card from here and I put it over on this side over here. Okay, same card. Took that card, put it over here, ran the machine again, problem still stayed on this left spooling motor. So I said, well, it can't be those tacho cards. They gotta be good. Next thing, because I noticed that it's easy here, is when I had this motor out and on the bench, and you could look back at, I think it's video 50, where I took it apart. Right here, there's 3 screws, and this cover comes off. And I took this cover back off, okay, because this is where all the rust and stuff was inside here. Took it back off, looked at it, just in case I did something wrong. And everything was correct inside this cover. I didn't see a thing wrong. At the same time, I took off this cover on this side. And what I observed was this side was much cleaner than this side. This side here obviously didn't get the same kind of water damage that this side got. So the right-hand one looked pretty good, and I was able to compare all the wiring within the two and the brushes and everything looked good. Because over here I replaced some screws and stuff because they were rusted so badly. But I can see, like even these screws here, which go way up into here before they connect, from here to here is threaded and it was rusted. These screws on this side, not at all. So this motor, this left-hand motor, sustained quite a bit more water damage than the right-hand motor. Now, try to zoom in a little closer here. This board right here is called the pinch roller gate board. I don't know why they call it that, but anyway, the spooling motors, both this one here on the left and the right, plug into the pinch roller gate board. This one you could see the ribbon right here, which is a new ribbon I made. And this one here is the one from the other side, okay, that comes over and plugs in here. And the LEDs then indicate those 2 square waves coming off of there. And they also show the motion sensor, I believe, is one of the other ones here. But right in the back side of them here, you can see there's some test points. And it allows me to actually check the signal, the square wave. So basically, those 2 square waves that are coming out of this board here, from the optical disc, come out through this, into this pinch roller gate. They go through a little buffer thing, so we could feed these LEDs and they go onwards. And right after that point, you can clip on them right here and we can monitor what's going on that board there coming up to here. So that's what I'm going to do next now. Now, if you look, you can see I now have the scope connected to those 2 points there. Okay, the top one, the top 2 connections are the right spooling motor, the next 2 are the left spooling motor, and the bottom 2 are the move tension or move guide. So what I'm concerned with is this one motor right here, and that's where I'm connected to. Okay, it's not going to be obvious in this picture, but this top, so you go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 from the bottom. This LED right here is flickering. And then the other one flickers. Flicker, the other one. These ones right here, which is the right spooling motor, are not flickering at all. The machine is in play right now. We're reverse play because I want it to go in the other direction. But they're flickering. You can see it'll flicker every once in a while, and I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Now, this is the square wave coming off of those 2 right now. And notice the bottom one. See that line right there, jumped across? When that line jumps across right there, that's when that LED flickered. And then the other one does a little glitch too. All right, now, just to be sure, the 2 signals come from this tacho board that's down here with the opto sensor on it that goes into the motor. They come up through this little ribbon and plug into this board here. And they're on pins 8 and 9, okay? Now, just to make sure that that little buffer that's ahead of and not feeding these things, these 2 things are after the buffer that's going on there, and the LEDs are after that buffer. Just to be absolutely sure, what I did was make a little jumper, okay, that went pin for pin. And what I did is I actually cut, look here, I cut pins, I separated pins 8 and 9 out of there, and basically cut away the insulation so I could connect this in there in series and hook my scope probe up to this little jumper. All right, so there we have it. Now, the scope, I believe you could see it here. Scope 2 probes are connected, pins 8 and 9. That's just the ground coming from the card there. And so now I can look at the signal as it's coming off of that tacho board before it gets to the electronics in this pinch roller gate board. As you can clearly see, or hopefully you could see, it's still glitching at this point. All right, so now that we know it's still glitching coming out of that card, it's got to be in that motor. The problem has got to be in that motor. Remember that initially I took the motor apart, but I really I couldn't separate the top section, which is the optical disc, clutch assembly, and all of that from the actual motor. I couldn't figure out how to do that. So I really didn't get any farther than that. But my guess is there's something going on up in there. Maybe a little rust, a bearing, a part loose. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. But once again, we're going to take that motor out of the machine. And this time I'm going to get it apart because I have a very good friend who's coming into town in the next couple of weeks. He's a field engineer for GM, and he knows about mechanical stuff. And together we're going to take that top section apart and see what's going on in there causing this problem. So, without further ado, let me tell you, please subscribe to the channel. If If you haven't already subscribed, thumbs up. If you enjoyed the video, click on the bell for notifications, and I'll let you know when this next one comes out. Again, thank you all for your time and watching this.